a young woman is found dead by the side of a quiet road. A bullet hole in the middle of her forehead. No phone, no ID, no name. At first, police had no idea who she was. But when they finally found her mother and showed her the photo, her reaction shocked everyone. She didn't cry. She didn't ask who killed her. She just said one cold sentence. She got the punishment she deserved. Why would a mother say that about her own daughter? What had this girl done? And who was the man she trusted, ... the man who later planned her murder? This is not just a crime, it's a dark, painful story of love, lies, and betrayal. This story isn't just about a murder. It's about a girl who lived life on her own terms, bold, fearless, and full of dreams. She loved freely, partied without guilt, and trusted the wrong people. Her name was Hina Talia. She fell in love with a man who promised her everything, but gave her a nightmare in return. What started as a romantic love story slowly turned into control, jealousy, threats, and finally, a brutal end. She didn't know that the person she loved the most was the one planning to kill her. This case shook everyone, not because of how she died, but because of why she died, and who was behind it. From secret marriages, to threats, drinking, betrayal, and finally, cold-blooded murder. This is the real story of Hina Talia. On the morning of July 5, 2017, a phone call reached the Kokrai police station in Allahabad. A man had seen a dead body lying on the side of a quiet road near Panoy village. Police officers rushed to the spot. A large crowd had already gathered, but no one knew who the girl was. She was wearing blue jeans and a pink and white kurti. Her forehead had a large hole, a gunshot wound. There was blood, but not much around her body, which made police believe she was killed somewhere else and dumped here later. There were no ID cards, no phone, no name, nothing that could tell who she was. Her body was sent for post-mortem, and the police filed a case against an unknown person. Days passed. No answers for days passed. No one came forward to claim her body. Then, on July 9th, the post-mortem report gave a shocking update. She had been raped. She was pregnant. Time of death was between 12 a.m. and 1 a.m. on July 5th. She died almost 40 hours before her body was found. Still, no one knew who she was. With no leads left, police turned to social media. The breakthrough, a face shared online. On July 12th, the police shared the girl's photo on Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram, hoping someone would recognize her. Just a few hours later, they got a call. The caller said, "The girl's name is Hina Talia. She had a Facebook account." 2. This was the first real clue. From her Facebook profile, police found her phone number, but the phone was switched off. They traced her last known location, Dariabad area, in Mirapur, Allahabad. A special police team was sent there to investigate. Who was Hina Talia? Police found her former landlord, who confirmed that Hina and her mother had stayed there, but moved out recently. He also told them something important. Hina worked at a bar in Civil Lines, a busy area of Allahabad. The team went to the bar and met the owner, Dini Kayola, who said, "Yes, this is Hina. Her full name is Hina Telra. She used to work here and also visited other bars." Dini shared more. Hina had started drinking heavily. She often went out with men, accepted drinks from strangers, and sometimes passed out drunk in bars. Once, 2 boys had even dropped her home late at night, after she collapsed at the bar. Police asked Dini if she knew where Hina's mother was. She gave them the address. A mother's cold reaction. Police met Hina's mother and showed her the photo. She broke down in tears, recognizing her daughter instantly. But then, she said something that stunned the officers. She finally paid for her actions. When asked why she hadn't reported her daughter missing, she stayed silent. Something was clearly wrong. The police decided to go deeper. They got Hina's call records and found 2 important names, Adnan Khan and Mohammed Khalid. The secret love and marriage. Further digging revealed the truth. Back in February 2015, Hina had married Adnan Khan, a rich young man. They had a valid marriage certificate, but both families were against the relationship. Hina was Hindu. Adnan was Muslim. Neither Hina's mother nor Adnan's family accepted the marriage. For a while, the couple stayed together, But things changed. Adnan didn't like Hina's lifestyle. She continued working at the bar and spent a lot of money. Fights started. Eventually they separated. She filed a police complaint against him. Adnan begged her to take it back, and she agreed, but only on one condition, that he would take her back as his wife. She warned him, "If you don't accept me, I'll ruin your life." Adnan knew she meant it. He started to feel trapped. That's when he made a dark decision. The dangerous game and the murder after their marriage in 2015. Hina and Adnan's relationship began with hope, but soon turned dark. Their families didn't accept the marriage because Hina was Hindu and Adnan was Muslim. Hina's mother was especially upset and stopped speaking to her daughter. Hina, strong-willed and stubborn, felt free to live her life her own way. She continued working at the bar, socializing with friends, and living independently. But this independence caused constant fights with Adnan. He wanted her to stop working and live as a traditional wife. Hina refused. Soon, their love turned into anger. Arguments became daily, and the couple separated. Adnan secretly married another woman without telling Hina. When Hina found out, she filed a complaint with the police. Adnan apologized and convinced her to withdraw the case, but Hina made it clear she would never accept his second marriage. She threatened to ruin him if he didn't accept her as his wife. Adnan was scared. Hina's warnings and blackmail grew stronger. Desperate, he planned to get rid of her. He involved his two friends, Vicky and Khalid, who supported his plan. Together, they decided to kill Hina, the trap on the evening of July 4, 2017. Adnan called Hina and invited her to dinner. She agreed, unaware of the danger. She left her home, telling her mother she was going to Delhi. By 10:30 p.m., uploaded to pictures on Facebook, the last signs of her life. Adnan, Vicky, and Khalid picked her up and took her to a hotel on Kapur Road, near the Kokrai police station area. They ate, drank heavily, and laughed. Hina believed they were trying to patch things up, but it was a trap. The murder after dinner, the car moved toward a quiet, lonely spot near Pinoy village. Suddenly, Adnan stopped the car, and along with Vicky and Khalid, dragged Hina out by force. She screamed and begged for help, but the place was deserted. There was no one to hear her cries. Adnan pulled out a pistol and shot Hina in the forehead at close range. To be absolutely sure she wouldn't survive, he took a knife and twisted it deep into the bullet wound. After killing her, they took her phone and purse, making it harder for anyone to identify her. They left her body by the roadside and fled. Aftermath and escape. Hina's body was found the next morning, but the killers disappeared. The police began investigating, but found no immediate leads. They checked Hina's phone records and discovered the last two people she spoke with were Adnan and Khalid. Police visited their homes, but found both men had already fled to Mumbai. The police sent a team to Mumbai, but Adnan and Khalid escaped. Before they arrived, breakthrough on July 29, 2017, the police received a secret tip. Adnan and Khalid were seen near Rangila Chabel Dargah in Mumbai. A police team rushed to the location and spotted 3 men nearby. When the men saw police, 2 ran away, but the police caught one, Adnan Khan. Adnan was brought to the station for questioning. Under pressure, he confessed to the murder and revealed the full story about the plan with Vicky and Khalid. Hina's murder mystery was solved after weeks of searching. The police now had the killer in custody and were determined to arrest his friends and bring justice to Hina. After Adnan and his 2 friends Vicky and Khalid were arrested, the case moved to court. The police presented all the evidence they had collected: the murder weapon, phone records, witness statements, and Adnan's own confession. The courtroom was full of people waiting for justice. Hina's mother, Nilema, sat quietly as the trial went on. Many were shocked when she said she paid for her mistakes, showing how complicated her feelings were. During the trial, the prosecution explained how Adnan and his friends planned and killed Hina because they wanted to stop her from threatening Adnan's second marriage. After hearing all the evidence, the judge gave the final decision: all 3 men were guilty of murder. They were sentenced to life in prison. The judge reminded everyone that no matter the problems, violence is never the answer. Justice was served for Hina, but the pain of her loss stayed with her family and friends.